Hey yogis, welcome back. It's Sarah Hutchinson at Yoga Wisdom and Wellness. I'm a registered nurse and a yoga lifestyle mentor, and you're in the right place if you want to learn the keys to everyday Ayurveda for vibrant living. This is the fourth video in our series, AARP. And we use AARP at Yoga Wisdom and Wellness to remind us about these keys to vibrant living. And if you've missed the other videos, not to worry, go to yogawisdomandwellness.com, click on Free for You, and there you will find the other three. The first A, just a quick review, is for Agni. And Agni is the transformative fire. You might see it shining on my face right now. It's up in the sky in the form of the sun. Agni is also in my belly in the form of the metabolism, the digestive enzymes that will transform the food that I eat. The second A is for Ama, and that's the sticky, icky, toxic stuff that we want to avoid and get rid of. And just suffice it to say that for today, my Ama is down the drain. I hope yours is too. There's a video and a PDF all about Ama for you on the website. Last week, we talked about the R, and R is for rest. And rest is the thing that most of us need more of. We live in a sleep-deprived culture. We live in a culture where we don't cultivate contentment. We cultivate go, go, go. And so last week we talked about rest comprehensively, how to rest our bodies as well as our spirits for the deep rejuvenation that's critical to our health and well-being. And this week, hallelujah, we've come to, last but not least, the P is for Prana. Now, you're yogis and you love prana. You love pranayama. You love doing your breath work. We know that the breath work is so rejuvenating and enlivening for us. It can either energize us or calm us down when we're skillful with our pranayama because we are literally taking in and moving the life force around our body. See, that's the thing about prana. It's the life force. And it's here in this parsley. We're going to talk about this. It's there in the air that you breathe. And when you do your pranayama, you're intentionally taking in the life force and moving it through your body. Let's remember, too, that prana is more than the leaves on this parsley plant. It is more than the oxygen, the nitrogen, the helium, the other components of the air that you breathe in pranayama. It's that extra dimension of the life force itself that we cultivate in our spiritual practice. But today, to talk about prana, I wanted to bring you into my kitchen and talk specifically about food. So let's start with this fabulous parsley garden. Isn't this beautiful? Now remembering, it is mid-January here in the mountains of Colorado. This has been growing for a year thanks to my dear friend Demi, my dear friend and colleague. She gave me this indoor garden a year ago. I've kept it going. There's even some kale that's peeking out over here, you kale lovers. There it is. I've kept it going for a year. And now, even though it's 17 degrees outside right now, I am able to wander through, take what my father calls a walk in the garden, and literally put a pranic-rich food that I've grown into my mouth and into my body. So if you want more prana in your life, focus on fresh foods, grow them yourself year-round. This is one form of indoor gardening. We have another one that, again, a lot of you are involved with. If you're not, we really encourage you to get started with sprouting. This is a form of indoor gardening. And here's a jar full of mung bean sprouts. Now, 3 days ago, these mungs were sitting in a jar, minding their own business, nice and dormant in my pantry. I woke them up through the simple process of sprouting, and we can teach that to you. And now look at these. Talk about prana. Here's the life force bursting through as each one of these beans, which is a seed, literally comes to life to make another plant. So when we put this in our bodies, we get a direct hit of prana. Mindfully enjoying my sprouts. Gotta have a few more, excuse me. I am standing up. According to Ayurveda, I should be sitting down. Join me. I taste the earth, the sun, and the essence of this energy that is bursting out of these sprouts. It's pennies on the dollar. It's really easy to do. We can teach you how. Pranic-rich foods. The other thing I want to share with you is as you cultivate awareness, you're going to find fruits and veggies speaking to you. I'm not making this up. So I went to the grocery store the other day. I knew I wanted some Brussels sprouts because I'm really enjoying them. They're a wonderful winter food. I filled my bag with the Brussels sprouts that I found that looked really good. And as I continued down the veggie island, I started to hear a voice calling to me. Guess what it was? Brussels sprouts on the stalk. I am not kidding you. I had them in my bag, but farther down the aisle was this magnificent pranic rich sprout stalk of Brussels sprouts. And it said, no, no, take me, pick me, put me in your body. So I brought it home, soon to be roasted in my oven. I mean, come on, if this isn't alive, what is? And I want this in my body so that I can enjoy prana. So these are 3 examples of pranic-rich foods, easy to come by. But I don't want to end the series without giving you my acronym for prana. So bear with me, here we go. Here's that word that we know and love, prana, and I picked P for perfect. Now, I didn't do that to imply that you should be perfect. I picked P because there are perfect pranic-rich foods, and I've just shown you 3 of them. The fresher the food, the more prana is in it. So look for those perfect pranic-rich foods and listen for them to say, pick me, pick me. For the R, I chose respiration. Now, for the nurses in the audience, we're familiar with this word. The rest of you are too. This nods to the fact that so much of prana comes to us through the breath. And we do indeed want to work skillfully with the breath. And we do that as yogis. We do that in Ayurveda. So we'll talk about that more at another time, but R is for respiration. The plants are respirating, they're exchanging prana, we're respirating. It's all a big energy exchange. Learn to take in more prana skillfully through the breath, through your foods. For the first A in prana, I chose the word active because prana indicates activity. We want to eat foods that look active, like these sprouts look pretty darn active. They're literally growing. Like this parsley, there's a lot of action here. It's vital. So look for active foods to put into your body for prana. For N, this is a big piece of Ayurveda, and I have bad news for you if you're new. N is for no leftovers. Sorry, people. Leftovers have no prana. So when we put leftovers in our body, it can create a lot of inertia, a lot of tamas. So this again is another teaching. We'll go into it another time, but I want you to know if you want prana, no leftovers. And the final A, and I meditated on this one, and you can see that I chose awareness. And this is a perfect end to this series because we started with awareness, we end with awareness. This is the truth of our experience as yogis. We cultivate awareness. We do that through our skillful practices, through the support of community, through time in nature, through the guidance of a skillful teacher. We cultivate awareness to make good choices, to show up every day, full of the vim and the vigor, full of the contentment and the contemplation that allows us to live rich, full lives, giving of ourselves when we are full to our families and to our community. And that's what makes the world go round. So that's it. That's a quick glimpse at prana. There's lots more on the website. Have a look, yogawisdomandwellness.com. It's been wonderful to be with you. Let's practice AARP together, the keys to vibrant living. Cultivate your Agni, mind your Ama, become very skillful at resting, and dance with prana, and enjoy your full, vibrant yoga lifestyle. Thanks again for stopping by. This is Sarah Hutchinson. Namaste.